And Mr. Scott, are you ready for your formal hearing today?
Yeah.
All right. And the people? All right. Your appearance for Van Buren Township.
All
All right. Let's get started.
Secretary.
Officer, come on up. Watch your step on my incline ramp. Raise your right hand for me. Swear or affirm, tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth.
I do.
Settle in. When you're ready, Miss Manorino.
Officer, can you state your name for the record, please?
Officer Ryan Berry, Van Buren Township Police.
And you're employed as a police officer there?
Correct.
How long have you been so employed?
Going on 17 years.
Are you currently assigned to any particular unit within the police department?
Control division.
Prior to being in control, were you assigned to any particular unit within the police department?
So, K9 unit, traffic unit, accident investigation.
How much experience did you have with the traffic unit?
Spent approximately 6 years in the track.
And you mentioned accident investigation.
Yes.
How long is that something that you have experience with?
On and off about 12 out of the 16, 17 years of my career.
Were you on duty the afternoon of December 10th of 2024?
Yes.
At approximately 2:00 p.m., were you dispatched on a call?
Yes.
What was the nature of the call?
2 vehicle collision.
Do you recall the location?
Yeah, it was on Sumter Road, north of Venus.
That's within Van Buren Township?
Correct.
Did you respond to that call?
Yes, it did.
When you arrived, did you make any observations?
Yes.
What did you see?
There was a 2025 Toyota sedan that had rear-ended an Amazon truck.
And this occurred where?
The collision occurred on the northbound lane, more so along the white line and shoulder area of the roadway.
Did you do any sort of investigation to ascertain how the accident occurred?
Yes, it did.
What did you do?
I made contact with the driver of the Toyota, who indicated that he attempted to go around the Amazon truck. He noticed it stopped partially in the shoulder and partially across the white line lane, northbound travel lane. That driver indicated that as he attempted to go around the vehicle, his lane keeping assistance pulled him back into the northbound lane, causing the collision.
And did you have contact with the driver of the Amazon vehicle?
I did.
Do you see the driver of the Amazon vehicle prior to
This is Steve back here on the back hill.
And did you have contact with the driver of the Amazon vehicle?
Yes, it
Did he tell you anything about what had happened that afternoon?
I just got basic information from him, but he said he just got rear-ended by the sedan.
Did you make any observations when you arrived at the scene of the accident as to the vehicles themselves?
It did. The Amazon vehicle was still partially on the shoulder, with a little bit of the vehicle, the driver's side of the vehicle being in the roadway.
Can you describe what the roadway at that stretch of Sumter Road is like? How many lanes of traffic
There's
there
2
are?
lanes, one north, one south, no turn lane, really no shoulder. On the outside of the white line to the top of the ditch line is 5.5 feet. If you were to try to park inside that white line, your vehicle would be in the ditch, essentially. I tried to do it with my patrol vehicle. I could not do it safely and be off the roadway.
What kind of patrol vehicle do you have?
Ford Explorer.
Smaller or larger than the Amazon delivery truck?
Smaller.
More narrow?
Correct.
So based on your investigation of the scene on December 10th that afternoon, did you make draw any conclusions about how the accident?
Yeah. I believe the driver of the Amazon vehicle was partially across the white line in the northbound travel lane and the approximate cause of the collision.
And that's based on your measurements of the roadway and the size of the Amazon vehicle, that it wasn't possible for the Amazon vehicle to be on the shoulder and be completely out of the roadway.
If the Amazon vehicle was on the shoulder, it would have been in the ditch. It would have, if it was on the outside of the white line, it would have been leaned over in the ditch.
And you didn't observe the vehicle, the Amazon delivery vehicle, to be in that condition?
No.
So I didn't know anything other than that.
Mr. Scott, do you have any questions for this officer?
Did you see all 4 of my tires outside of the white line?
No, I did not.
To my knowledge, that was, all 4 tires were, like he said, it was the ditch. So, anything more over, I was roll over the ditch, but I don't have anything.
We'd have to go to the form. I don't know if that was a question or a statement from.
I think it was a question and then a statement. So no questions at this time.
I have another question. You said that the driver, said his, driver assist shifted it over to cause the accident essentially.
Correct. But you were still the proximate cause of the accident, being across the line, obstructing the traffic.
If you said that was no more room for me to be over to the side, what am I supposed to do?
You can't park in the road. You can't stop
I
them.
wasn't parked technically, I was driving, I was trying to make a turn.
Okay. This is Q&A. I'm going to give you plenty of time to argue, but this is Q&A. So do you have any, did he answer that question?
Years.
Do you have any other questions? Okay. Any rebuttal?
No.
You stepped out. Any other witnesses from the people?
None, Your Honor. People.
All right. Do you have any witnesses?
I don't.
Okay. Would you like me to hear your story?
Yeah.
Raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth? All right, go ahead.
So they said approximately around 2 o'clock. I was doing the delivery. It was pretty busy traffic. So I parked over the shoulder as far as I could. Like we stated earlier, there's really no more room for me to be over without being rolled over the ditch. As I was waiting for traffic to pass, I was waiting to make a turn, essentially. Like, let's say the house is right here. I'm a little bit up here. So I was waiting to like go in and back in, but it'd be easier. The flow of traffic was pretty good. But flow of traffic was still kind of moving. Like people could still go this way to this way. Maybe about 10 cars. Then God may have been like 13th car every time, like he said, over and then kind of veered over at the last second. So that's pretty much what
Do you have any questions for Mr. Scott?
No, Your Honor. No.
Any rebuttal witnesses?
No, Your Honor.
I'm ready for argument.
Your Honor, the testimony from Mr. Scott and from Officer Barrett is consistent that there wasn't room essentially on what would be the shoulder of the road for the vehicle to be stopped. And because of that, the vehicle was in the roadway at a time when there was traffic in both lanes. And because of that, there was a collision. It's clear that Mr. Scott was impeding traffic when he actually found it.
What's the charge? I don't even know that.
Sorry, it's impeding traffic from the accident.
Okay. Thank you. Argument.
I don't feel like I was responsible because the driver just tipped them over and like 15 cars successfully passed me while I was waiting to make the turn. So I didn't know what else am I supposed to do in this scenario.
Pull in the driveway.
Well, I couldn't. It was so busy and I was trying to back into the drive.
You know what? I live on a private road and I've gotten letters from delivery services that say they won't deliver to my house because my trees are too low. So if there's no safe way to deliver that package, then your company should communicate with that consumer that says we can't deliver to you.
I was simply waiting to get in the drive. I was trying to back.
But you were impeding traffic while you were waiting to do that. Brother, your tough luck. That is one of my major pet peeves is delivery trucks that park in the travel lane and everybody else has got to accommodate them because they're trying to deliver packages.
All 4 tires were open.
Get another job if you can't live with that. It's when I'm driving down the road, it's not my problem if the delivery truck in front of me doesn't know how to back in a driveway or pull in a driveway or doesn't have some other way to get their package in there. That's not on me. Traffic, you're really going to interrupt the judge that's getting ready to give you fines and costs?
I was trying to back the drive over.
Okay. And while you were trying to back in the driveway, you were impeding traffic because people had to go around you because you were blocking the travel lane. That's impeding. That's the classic definition of impeding traffic.
Still passing normal.
But they had to pass. They had to go into the other travel lane to get what direction were you headed?
I'm not sure. Maybe north. I don't know. Correct.
All right. And the people that were going the same direction you were going, they had to get into the oncoming traffic lane to get past you, didn't they? Not all of them, some of them. You're impeding traffic. Classic definition of impeding traffic. And once again, Amazon's obviously got a great business model, but I don't think every other driver on the road should have to put up with the bullshit. I'm actually excited to finally get an impeding traffic ticket issued on an Amazon driver. Because I've been putting up that stuff for years and I don't see where it ever happens.
I just don't see what else to do in this scenario.
It doesn't matter. I got a perfect example for you. I had a young man on Zoom today. He stole food because he had to feed his 2 kids and he had no other options. Does that make the stealing of the food less illegal? It's exactly the same scenario. All right, you know what? You continue to argue. So the suspended fines and costs just became $250. Pay it today. Goodbye.
Thank you, Your Honor.
I got to have something to write on though.
Give you my copy now for Judge, if I may approve.
Don't let that man leave this building without paying my cashier.
Thank you, Judge.